And we are moving right along into our next match, which is a fatal four-way hardcore match.
Now, making his way to the ring from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 228 pounds, Tony Luchador.
Tony, a fan favorite already, had quite the interesting win over Benjamin in his first appearance in a quick count-out match. But there will be no countouts for him in this match.
From the Matrix, weighing 205 pounds, Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson is no stranger to his triple threat matches. Unfortunately, he was unsuccessful in regaining his United States title in one, where Grey Wolf Dan was able to unseat Super Ray as the champion.
From the Manila, Philippines, weighing 257 pounds, Gorilla from Manila.
Always a fan favorite. The crowd's on their feet for the explosive entrance of Gorilla from Manila. Gorilla from Manila looking to climb his way back up the number one contender's position. He was close to the number one contender's position once, and he wants to get there again and seize it this time.
And their opponent, from the Isle of Lesbos, Greece, weighing 254 pounds, he is one half of the TCW Tag Team Champions, Hot Rod Marcus.
set for action here. Without El Hombre in his corner, he's going to have to go it alone, but in these fatal four-way matches, quick alliances can be made. Mr. Anderson sent to the outside by Gorilla from Manila as Tony Luchador takes it to the tag team champion. Gorilla from Manila stalking his prey and puts a boot to the midsection. Oh! Reversed into a DDT by Mr. Anderson. Tony Luchador laying in wait. Oh, and a missile drop kick. Luchador hitting a snapback suplex on Hot Rod Marcus, who reverses into a back body drop. Gorilla from Manila and Mr. Anderson going outside by the commentator's table. Oh, and a huge power bomb on the outside. Hot Rod Marcus grabbing a ladder. Oh, and he just leveled Tony Luchador with it. Gorilla from Manila thrown into the steel steps. And Mr. Anderson now focusing attention on Tony Luchador. Hot Rod hucking the ladder. And he's got Gorilla from Manila. Oh, he reverses it into a crossbody. Gorilla now inside the ring. Tony sent face first into the ring post. Gorilla on the outside now, and Hot Rod Marcus in the ring. Michinoku driver on the outside by Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson sent into the barricade. Fighting his way out by Frankensteiner. Northern Lights suplex. And Tony Luchador gets the jawbreaker and an overhead belly-to-belly suplex. These four men are going right at it outside the ring. DDT and a jawbreaker. Tony Luchador slips out of the scoop slam and hits a back suplex. Huge inverted DDT and a running STO takedown. Tony Luchador focusing on Hot Rod now with that deadlift, gut wrench suplex. Gorilla from Manila drives Mr. Anderson's face into his knee. Snap suplex on the outside by Hot Rod Marcus. Gorilla looking for something underneath the ring. And he's pulling out a table. Oh, he just dropped it on the back of Mr. Anderson's neck. Hot Rod went face first into that steel post. Oh, and a kick to the midsection. Hot Rod and Mr. Anderson thrown into the ring. Oh, and Gorilla kicking Mr. Anderson in the side of the head. Pile driver and a Gorilla gut buster. Gorilla and Hot Rod both catching their breath after laying waste to their opponents. Gorilla now has Hot Rod and throws him outside of the ring. Gorilla and Tony exiting the ring, and Tony going right after Gorilla and plants him with a DDT. Mr. Anderson now focused on Hot Rod. Throwing Hot Rod into the ring. Gorilla takes down Tony with a big knee. Bulldog on the outside. Oh, and just Mr. Anderson running with a running elbow right into the face of Marcus. And now with some clotheslines. Oh, and a diving clothesline. And one more. Kip up. Tony Luchador lifting Gorilla from the Manila up off the ground with that deadlift suplex. Oh! And Gorilla's legs bounced off the steel steps. Mr. Anderson had a 2 count inside the ring. Hot Rod with a nice stiff shot to the midsection. What a maneuver by Tony Luchador. It looked like a corkscrew neck breaker, but from the reverse DDT position. Oh, and there's the cover. Mr. Anderson just got the shoulder up. Tony ran up and drove Mr. Anderson's face into his knee. Gorilla Slam. And the cover. And Tony just got the shoulder up. Hot Rod on the top rope. Oh my God! That corkscrew kick caught Hot Rod Marcus in midair. And he is out. Overhead belly to belly back into the ring by Tony Luchador. Gorilla rolls to the outside. Hot Rod up on his feet somehow. I thought he was out cold after that. Avalanche German suplex. And now Tony rolls to the outside. And Mr. Anderson is on a roll. He's got Hot Rod up now. Tornado DDT. And now Hot Rod rolls to the outside. And Gorilla stops Mr. Anderson's momentum with the back body drop. Mr. Anderson's not done now yet. He puts an elbow to the midsection. Oh, and a rolling forearm into the cover. And a kick out. He whiffed the kick, and now the double team. Oh, and two straight shots levels Mr. Anderson. And then Tony quickly turned. Moonsault. And a clothesline, but Hot Rod is right there. Side Russian leg sweep on the Luchador. And now Hot Rod headed to the top rope. Shifting gears. And hits the leg drop. All four men back in the ring now. Gorilla Gutbuster. Mr. Anderson gets out of the suplex attempt, and lands a back suplex on Hot Rod. Gorilla turning his attention to Hot Rod and attacking the hamstring. Mr. Anderson going to his wheelhouse on the top rope. And a big right hand. Oh! Diving elbow, but Marcus got out of the way. Marcus is busted open though. Tony Luchador ejects Gorilla from the ring, and him and Hot Rod go to follow. Hot Rod decides to changes his mind, goes inside, and now comes back out. And a big right hand by Gorilla to get out of whatever attempt Tony Luchador was going to go for there. Tony sent to the inside by Hot Rod. Boston Crab broken up. Oh! Hot Rod just took out Mr. Anderson as he was trying to get a big DDT up off of Gorilla. And now Gorilla's in control. Oh, what? Big clothesline. Oh, and a military press. And he just drops him. And a splash to the small of the back. There's the cover. Kick out. Oh! And a running big boot just took down Hot Rod. Uranagi slam. Hot Rod and Gorilla sizing up Tony Luchador. Downshift. And no one's going for a cover, amazingly. Mr. Anderson started to stir. Both Gorilla and Hot Rod went after him. And now there's a cover. Mr. Anderson kicks out. And now the cover on Tony Luchador. Hot Rod breaks that up. And the referee gets knocked down inadvertently. Gorilla put in a tree of woe position. Tony hangs on from being ejected from the ring. Gorilla rolls to the outside though. Tony got out of the predicament. Oh, but a sleeper neck breaker. Oh, Mr. Anderson gets caught. Hot Rod looking to do some great damage here. He's looking for the top rope superplex. Oh, and he lands it. Mr. Anderson, though, with a European uppercut to create some separation. Go for the Michinoku driver, but Hot Rod slipped out. Looks like he's got downshift into the cover. But Gorilla breaks it up. Oh! And from the ground, a Gorilla cut buster. Gorilla from Manila lifted Hot Rod Marcus from the ground up. And a Gorilla slam. Gorilla from Manila's on a roll here. Hot Rod stopped whatever attempt that was, but there's the cover on Tony. Gorilla thought wise against it. Tony sent into the turnbuckle by Hot Rod, but battles his way out. Mr. Anderson finding his way to a vertical position. And he catches Gorilla. Oh, but he gets out of the suplex as Hot Rod is ejected from the ring. Oh, a jackknife powerbomb. And a Boston Crab. A stalling suplex on the outside. On top of the ladder. Mr. Anderson's up. Gorilla slam. And the cover. And Mr. Anderson gets the shoulder up. Big atomic drop on the outside. Mr. Anderson heads to the outside. Looking under the ring for something. Hot Rod sent back into the ring by Tony. And he's got a sledgehammer. Oh, and he just put it to the back of Gorilla. Tony wrestles it away from Mr. Anderson. Sent into the corner. Mr. Anderson fighting his way out, but he gets caught by Gorilla from Manila. Mr. Anderson gets out of the two-handed choke bomb attempt, but Tony slows him down, and now Gorilla from Manila sends him to the far side. Tony now on him. So Mr. Anderson fighting back, but it's a 2-on-1 right now. Here comes Hot Rod. Gorilla sent to the outside. Oh, and a power bomb. And he holds on for a second one. And another one. Tony heading to the top rope as Hot Rod does the float over neck breaker. Tony waiting for Mr. Anderson to get to his feet as a thunderous clothesline levels Hot Rod. And a diving shoulder block. Dragon screw takedown on the outside. Crucifix on the outside now. Oh, and a DDT plants Tony Luchador. Tony Luchador's not done yet as Gorilla's driven into the steel steps. The back and forth between Mr. Anderson and Tony Luchador is incredible. Reversal after reversal. There's a neck breaker. Gorilla from Manila sent into the steel steps again. The cover. Kick out. This match will continue as Mr. Anderson's still got a lot of fight left in him. Oh, now Hot Rod he eats the steel steps. Sit down spine buster on top of the sledgehammer. Hot Rod going into the steel steps again. Jawbreaker by Mr. Anderson. Oh! Straight jacket DDT! The cover. And Mr. Anderson picks up the victory. Tony Luchador's head was just inches from landing on the sledgehammer. We could see that clearly from the replay. If he hit that sledgehammer, I'm pretty sure he'd be out on injury with a massive concussion. And Mr. Anderson picks up the victory here in an impressive match.